So why don't we kick this off and tell us, what is Flyreel, and how did you all come about founding Flyreel, and tell us more about its mission.
Yeah, well, thanks for having me. For starters, Flyreel, we sell solutions directly to property insurers. And what we provide them is an AI assistant that can hold the hand and guide homeowners or business owners through their own property inspections. What this does is it helps them better understand the property to make sure that the insurance that they're offering is adequate to protect that policyholder and that it's priced appropriately. And today there just aren't ways to do this very efficiently. You have to send people out or do a best guess wrangling third-party data. And that's roughly the problem that we've been aiming to solve.
Awesome. Why don't you tell us a bit more about why do we even do property inspections? When you're buying home insurance, why do home insurance companies even send someone out to inspect the property?
Yeah, well, I think that for the most part, inspections and just using data in the underwriting process is used to inform the price that you receive in terms of your premium outlay, but also the amount of coverage that's needed so that if something does happen, you can be brought back to normal, brought back to health, and that your property can be restored. And to date, a lot of that has been done through broad-based assumptions and risk pools. So because you live in the zip code, we assume you make this much money, you have this much in terms of contents in your home, you're just like your neighbor, and so we're going to give you this coverage. And it's kind of this close your eyes, do a best guess. Whereas now we're afforded the opportunity through technology to know. We don't have to guess as much. And that's nice because no one's just like their neighbor, and everyone they're paying for insurance. So if something bad happens, it can be fixed. And now it's a way to align expectations, but just do a better job at pricing and ensuring people are covered the way they wish and hoped they were.
Quick question around property inspections. This has been in the back of my head as I've been doing the research. Are all properties inspected when they go through the quote and bind process, or are only certain properties inspected?
Just certain properties for the most part. What we see across our customers is that usually they'll look at attributes, maybe the date that a home was built. And if it was built in the 80s or earlier, let's do an inspection. Maybe the plumbing is outdated, maybe the electrical is outdated. So there are attributes that trigger inspections. What we've found though is that by now having the luxury of seeing inside those homes at a broader scale, those assumptions of when should we look are being challenged. It used to be, let's look at all the homes built before the 80s. And now it's no, we've got some risk in even the earlier homes. And so they're expanding the properties that they look at because they can. But typically they take a cohort of the PIF in their policies and they inspect those ones.
Awesome. So just to play some of that back. So theoretically, if you make it easier to do property inspections, you enable insurance companies to do more property inspections. Right.
Yeah, I think everyone, if they could have a thorough interior and exterior inspection of every property they insure, they would love to, right? But it's just never been possible until recently.